Hello, welcome to Code and Me, and today we will talk about a new problem that is equal stacks. It is a very good problem and very simple. Yeah, we can say it's a very simple problem. It's written by or asked by Nabil Ahmed on a HackerRank. The question is, you have three stacks of cylinder where each cylinder has the same diameter but they may vary in height. You can change the height of a stack by removing and discarding in topmost cylinder a number of times. This means three stacks of cylinder, same diameter, but the height is different. But their heights are different. So we have to find, or we have to find the maximum height that can be utilized or that can be reached by us after removing any topmost stacks in that. So we have to find the maximum height for that. So what it will be, we will take an inputs. For the first input we will find the size, how much cylinder in a stack is it. So n1 is for first stack, n2 is the for second stack, so number of cylinder n1 for first stack and second stack and third stack, like that. And then the second line will contain the heights of each stack in n1, each cylinder in stack 1, and the similar in n2 and n3. And there is this one issue that the size or the number of cylinder will be 10 power 5 and the height of cylinder will be at most 100, so it is a very much higher range, so we have to be careful about that. Then that is 534. This means the for the first stack the height will be the element will cylinder will be 5, the second for 3, and then 4. And then in the first stack 3 2 1 1 1 1, here we can say 3 2 1 1 1, and then 4 3 2, then 1 1 4 1. So how we have to find the maximum height where will is equal. So the height for this is 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. This means 8. This means 9. 4 plus 3 plus 2 9, and then 2 plus 4 5 6 7 7. So we have to find or remove everything. How we can exceed or how we can find. So how we will do it? We will suppose we will do it, we will find the sum first of all and then we will remove it. So first of all I will remove, because it's 8, it's 9, or it's 6, it's 7, so 8 and 9 will be removed first of all. So 3 will be removed here, and then 4 will be removed here, and then 1 and 1 2 will be removed here. After that it will be 5, it will be 5, and it will be 5. So both 3 are 5, then this means the actual height or the height is 5, so we will print 5 as our answer. Okay, so it's a very simple how we will do it. Let's talk how we will do it in the code. Okay, sure. So in that code what I will take the input, then submit. Okay, let's go. In that code what I will do, I did this in ABC for that n1 n2 and n3. Then I will used, so I have used it, but it is not necessary to use it, so I can use it like that. Then I take an input ABC, that the number of cylinder in each stack. Then I take the elements for first stack, for second stack, and for third stack. So this is the stack. Now because the sum should be very high, because the height of stack maybe varies from 0 to 10 power 5, so we use long int for that. Okay, now it's time to take input. So what we will do, we will use for I is equal to, for int I is equal to 0. So that's why we did this, because I have to rewrite it int I again and again. So I'm using this. Sorry, and then here int I is equal to, for I is equal to 0, I less than equal to size is a, because I am using 0, so I, then I plus plus. Then I will take the input. So how we will take C in, the input will be D and A. Okay. Now because I want to check what is the height of that stack, so I will take the sum, and the sum will be stored in this x variable. So x is equal to x plus so x is equal to 0, so we can say x plus di, sorry, di. So I have stored the sum of first stack in the x. Similar will be for y and for z, for second and third stack. Okay, now it's turn to b, and then let's see, it was e, the value will be in y, then value will be in z, and the variable is f, sorry, and then it's c again, and then it will be f as like that. So the sum of every stack is stored in x, y and z. Now what we will do, we will check it how it will work, or how we should remove everything like that. Okay, so first of all I will do if, we will check it, if x is equal to y and x is equal to z. The first condition is if x is equal to y and x is equal to z, we will print c out x, because it will give the out. Then else if x is greater than y and x is greater than z, or x is greater than y and x is equal to z, or x is greater than z and x is equal to y. So we can do like that, but because there is a problem, if this value will not equal, then how we will stop it, how we will stop removing it. So we have to check it while, so we will use this while, and then we will use x is equal to x is not equal to y, this is not used, while x is not equal to y, and or any condition x is not equal to z, or y is not equal to z. Any condition is, if any condition will fail, sorry, so what I did, I used this in p is equal to 0 and q is equal to 0 and r is equal to 0 again. Why I use it, I will tell you. Then I used this while, and why we are using while, because because I was using while, why I use it, because where we will stop removing it, remove from the top, how we will remove it, how it will goes like this. But first of all we have to remember one thing, that is in that code here we have entered 32111. So you can see here that the one is in the, because it's a stack, so one is at the bottom, and the first the last one is at the bottom, and the first one is at the top. So it's like a queue, you can say that the last one is, the first one is at the top and the last one is at the last. So if we want to remove it, we will use a0 if it's an array, so we will use a0 for this, b0 for this, c0. So like that we will use it. So for that purpose we use p, q and r. So where we will stop, when x will be equal to y, x is equal to 0, or x is equal to z, or y will be equal to z. In that three condition only, if both three will be equal, in that condition we will stop. If it is not equal, we will check again and again and then start removing it. So what we will do, because here I have checked that if x is greater than y, this means x is greater than y and z both. If it is not possible, then if x is greater than y only, or if x is greater than z only, then we will remove x value from x. So we will use x minus, and d is array, and dp we will use dp. Then we have to use p plus plus, because the first array, because the first index is already removed. So we will use p plus plus here, because it will, the p will be increased by 1. So we will use d plus p plus plus. However, we can use it like that: x is equal to x minus d p, and p is equal to p plus 1. The same thing is here. So although we can use like that also. Okay, so this is like this. If y is greater, what we will use? We will use y is equal to y minus e, because the array and the second stack is in e, and q plus plus. The same for will be for z. Else, if z greater than x and z greater than y, or z greater than x but z is equal to y, or z is greater than y but z is equal to x. So in that condition, we will use z is equal to z minus f q. This means r, because we used r plus plus. So it will, but because the three condition will be equal, so we will use bracket for that. For the first condition, the second condition, the third condition, like that. So we will use bracket for that. So after that, after the bracketing it, because now it will be equal, so we will print c out and any x, y, or z. So what I have done, what I will do, so let's run it. After that, we will tell check, let's work. Okay, now so suppose the value is 5 3 4 3 2 1 1, then 4 3 1 1. So value should be 5. Again we will check for single value, that is like on 2 stacks. If there are 2 stacks only, the value will be 4 and 2. So in that 5 and 7, 12, 13, 16, and into 12. What is happening? 1 second. So I'm sorry, because there should be 3 stacks. I used input for 2 stack only, so it was error. So we use 4 3 and okay. Now in that 4 3 and 2, I will do 7 5 12 3 15 and 16. Now again for that 8. Sorry, then I will use 8 5 13 and then 16, the same, and then for 2 variable 12 and 4. Now so because the everyone is 16, so it should be 16. We can check for maximum value also. So what I did, again I will revise it. So I take the sum input, the size of stacks A, B and C, and then I take every stacks value every cylinder's value, cylinder height basically. And then at the same time, when I was reading the input, at the same time I take it, I store it, the addition of all the elements for the first, all the cylinder height for the first stack, and for the second stack, and for the third stack. So xyz is the total height for first and second and third. Then we will check that if the heights are equal, then this while loop will not be run or execute, so the value will be next. If that's not true, they are not equal, then what we will do, we will check the first height of stack for the stack first, for the second stack, and for the third stack. If the first will be greater, so we will remove the first element for the first stack, first cylinder for the first stack. If the second one is greater, then we will remove from the second. If the third one is greater, we will remove from the third. Again, it will again repeat it, but there here I did I used how we will remove it, because we have to remove first element from that. So how we will remove it, we will remove d0 and p is equal to 0. And then if it is removed already, so how we will remove the second element, so we have used p plus plus. I have already said that if we have removed that 0 element, so we have to remove the first element. So that's how it will work. So the second logic is also a good logic, but it is basically it's pure mathematics. So suppose I have the value 3 2 1 1 1 1. So what I will do, I will reverse it. After reverse it will be 1 1 1 1 2 3. Then what I will do, I will add every element from the last element. So 1, then 1 1 2, then 2 1 3, then 3 2 5 5 3 8. So 1 2 3 5. And for the second value, like this 4 3 2, I will reverse it, then it will be 2 3 4, and after that it will be 2 2 3 5 2 5 and 9. So the similar is 2 5 and 9. Okay, and the third value is 1 1 4 1, so 1 1 1 4. After reversing it, then it will be 1 2 3 and 7. So it will be 1 2 3 and 7. So that's how it will work. And we can add this again and again, then we will again repeat it, and then we will add it, and then we will take the smallest value, that is 952. Then we will check the every value in that, in here, because if that value is lie here, so the value is like 5, it's lying, then 5 is lying here. So why it is 5, we can use it 1 plus 1 2 2 plus 4 6. So after reversing it will be 1 5 6 7. We are reversing it, we are not sorting it. So we will, after reversing it, will 1 plus 4 5 5 1 6 6 1 7. So then we will check it that after the sum any value is there or not. So 5 is there. So it's a very simple or very good logic. As you can see, that suppose I have value like 1 3 4 and 5 5 4 9 3 12 13 and 3 16, and again I have value 12 and 4. Again I have value of like 2 3 5 4 9 3 5 4 9 3 12. So what I will do, I will reverse it. After the reverse it will be 3 5 4, then 3, then 1, and this will be 4 and 12. And sorry, this will be I can say, if suppose it is 8 4 8 and 4, so it will be 4 8 and 4, same, it is similar, 4 8 4. And then after that it will be 3 4 2 and 3, and then we will sum it. 3 for the first element, 3, second element 3 plus 5 8, then third element 8 plus 4 12, then third element for 12 12 3 is 15, then 1 16. Okay, now the same is 4 12 and 16, and for the third element 3 7 9 and 12. So 12 is everywhere, 12 12 and 12. So highest one is 12. That code you can find that code here in that codeandme.com, as at codeandme.com. So that's how it will work. That's a very easy equal stacks Hackerrank problem. I will come back again with new questions, new problems. This is Saf for Code and Me. Please like and subscribe our channel. You can also like our page, that is facebook.com/codeandme.com. We have also created a LinkedIn page and Google Plus page. You can subscribe or like follow there also. Continue watching. Please learn code and play with it. Thank you very much for watching.